Answers to some of the most common questions. Why do dogs have pouches on their ears? These folds are known as marginal cutaneous pouches. It's not known for sure, but it's thought that they improve their hearing by helping them pick up high-pitched sounds better. Another theory is that the pouch helps improve sound quality. It opens up when the animal turns or tilts its head to block out sounds from one ear and focus them on the other. This allows them to more easily sense the position of their prey. It's not just dogs that have them, but cats and many other mammals too. It's thought to be a trait inherited from a common ancestor. Why do eggshells have spots? You may have noticed that some eggshells have small, dark brown spots. This is known as a speckled egg. These spots form inside the hen's oviduct, which is the tube that connects the ovary region to the cloaca. When the egg reaches the uterus or the egg-forming gland, it rotates, causing the protein fibers that make up the shell to twist. If the egg rotates too slowly, small deposits or calcium stains form and concentrate in certain areas. It is completely safe to eat an egg with these characteristics. Why do bread bags have colored wires? If you are an observant and curious person, you have probably noticed that the wires that keep bread bags closed are different colors. Depending on the brand and the country you live in, different colors are used. The most common are blue, green, red, white, and yellow. These colors represent the days of the week, the day the bread was made. For example, if the bread was made on Monday, the wire is blue, Tuesday green, Wednesday red, Thursday white, and Friday yellow. What happens if you cut yourself in the gap? Astronauts have to be very careful when they're in space, because if they get a cut or injury, the injury most likely won't heal until they get back to Earth or somewhere with similar gravity. The reason for this isn't fully understood. It has to do with the mitochondria in their cells. They don't function as efficiently in microgravity. That's why everything inside the space station and spacecraft and rockets is carefully designed to be as risk-free as possible. There aren't many sharp points or corners. Almost everything is padded. Still, accidents do happen. When an astronaut gets a cut, the wound won't heal. Blood can't form clots here.
Without gravity, wounds don't drain. Blood pools and coagulates, causing the tissue to swell. Any internal bleeding is a death sentence. What they
do is wrap the injury in a bandage that acts like an artificial clot, preventing the blood from flowing. What was the average age a dinosaur lived to be? Lifespan in animals depends primarily on size and metabolism. For example, large reptiles with slow metabolisms tend to live a long time, while birds and mammals with faster metabolisms and warm blood do not. Evidence suggests that most dinosaurs had metabolisms similar to those of birds. Their lifespans are estimated to have been around 10 to 30 years. This number varies depending on the size of the animal. For example, the smallest ones, such as the Compsognathus, probably did not live past 5 years. The Velociraptor, 15 years. The Tyrannosaurus rex, about 30 to 35 years. Some of the largest dinosaurs, such as the Oropoda, lived for up to 80 years. Can you get a tan from the moon? No matter how hard you try, you will not be able to get a lunar tan. It is true that the moon shines because it reflects the light of the sun. However, it only reflects a small portion of the sunlight that hits it, depending on the day, about 3 to 12%. It's so little UV light that you get in the moonlight, and at such a slow rate that your skin is able to repair the damage before you notice a difference. What do the numbers on credit cards mean? Although it may seem random, the digits on bank cards are there for a reason, and each one represents something. Most cards are divided into 3 groups. The first 6 numbers represent the issuing organization of the card. For example, a bank. The first digit tells us the type of issuer. Cards that start with the numbers 1 and 2 are almost always airlines. 3. Travel and entertainment, American Express, among others. 4 through 6. Banks, 4 for Visa and 6 for MasterCard. 7. Oil companies. 8. Healthcare and telecommunications companies. 9. Government. The next 5 digits in this group describe the issuer in detail, such as what type of network it belongs to, Visa or MasterCard, L-Pays, and more. The next group, which is basically all the remaining numbers except the last one, allow the card to be associated with a bank account number and provide information about the cardholder, such as the bank entity and branch. And finally, the last number, the control digit that prevents fraudulent use of the card. That's all for today. Here are 2 more interesting videos.